art. I just want to be able to push that theme of exploring the unknown. Hitting those tough questions of your existence, reality, what happens when you die. Being able to find the humor in really dark moments, that's what I like to explore.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, guys, we're gonna go for the shot.
Okay, everyone quiet on set, please.
I was originally interested in going into journalism, like broadcast journalism.
I'm here with Patty LaCory, here in East Longmeadow.
When I started Kaitlyn Today, it was at my community television station, Win TV. Community access was where I learned how to start telling stories. I was learning how to ask questions, really connect with people on an emotional level, and really get to the heart of the story. I wanted to tell stories that were meaningful, that got a little bit deeper into like the human experience. And that's when I realized like, oh, I really like filmmaking.
My sister has always had a love for film, always had a passion for it. We grew up in a very film-oriented family. But I remember as one of those kids, you know, you have that giant booklet full of all the DVDs and you flip through and every Sunday we're watching a movie. And so Kaitlyn fell in love with that from day one.
So I would sit back and watch a lot of movies with Kaitlyn. We'd sit down and at a very early age, she was very creative. She had different takes on what was going on. As time progressed, we would just see her like with her writing and what she produced, her love of this art.
My dad is like a lot of my inspiration for this story. He's the one who got me into analog. He's the one who got me into arcade games. And that's why I'm like the sci-fi nerd I am today.
And so we whip pan.
Okay, so then.
Yes, and we go up this like hill right here. We come to the line, past these people. We turn this corner. So can you just place my dad and Fern where you want them, please?
Over the past couple months, I was thinking about how I wanted to talk about things that we have trouble talking about sometimes. My family's from Trinidad and Tobago. This island is a place that celebrates life. I want to share that with the world through Pause Play. Even though it is a film that like centers around somebody's death, you're still celebrating life, and you're able to do that through an analog sci-fi kind of magical way. In Western culture, we have trouble talking about sometimes, and so that's where I wanted to use that Eastern culture, Egyptian influence. And I really took from like wanting to celebrate life and give like death a new outlook and explore this new kind of realm and what happens when you die. I thought that'd be a really fun way to explore like the colors and the sounds and make something that people haven't really seen before or aren't going to the theater to see. When I was going to school and coming out into LA and just like trying to move through the industry, especially like as a Black woman in this space, it's really difficult. And you gotta be able to like find your support group and the people that will like uplift you. And I'm just really grateful for the people that I've met, especially like Amadi.
And I'm really proud of you.
I'm proud of us.
I met her and we just clicked instantly. We were talking and going back and forth about basically what we like to see on set, what we believe filmmaking should be for people of color, for women, and just the stories we want to tell. And for her, the story, she put herself at the center. It's about a young girl who is a gamer, who's nostalgic for the 90s and 80s. And from my first meeting of Kaitlyn, that was her to a T. And I love that she was so adamant about putting women of color and women that look like her and myself at the center of places where we aren't normally seen.
You know, showing that we as people are more than how we are sometimes portrayed on screen, which is like pain and suffering. With this Dolby experience, I should try to do that. Be a voice for other people and showing them like, yes, these stories are really important to tell.
Should we say finally, then she says.
And yes, it is for everybody.
Action.
My assistant was supposed to help me massive.
I fell in love with Zora as soon as I kind of read the breakdown for the character. It really resonated with me, and so I love being able to express that.
This character is super important. It's really crucial to just bring all the energy, especially when like the crew is like so excited. We need Hollywood to just take more chances on new faces.
Cut.
I love being in the director's chair now that I've gone through this process.
You be a little more upbeat about it, like just, you know, it's so, like, you don't
Looking back, all those experiences, I was able to put all of those moments of communicating with my team and like learning about how a crew comes together to like tell one big cohesive story. And like that's how I took all of my experiences, kind of brought them with me to like to this moment. We should have fun with the life that we're living. Ask all of the questions that we want to ask. Even if it seems weird and off-putting, we only know so much. And I feel like I was able to ask a lot of those questions, especially what happens after we die. You know, we should have more of those conversations.